Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Potential Unleashed. We are back with another chapter review. This is chapter 1077, titled You Should Have Put It Together Sooner. And that title is actually fitting for two things that happened in this chapter. One was funny and one was more serious. This is one of my favorite chapters of Egghead Island. And not to say I haven't liked any of the chapters before this. Oda's been his bag ever since we've left Wano, and honestly ever since the defeat of Kaido, since he went on that 1 month break. Everything's been heat, so I just want to mention that. But for some reason, maybe it's because we haven't had One Piece. The manga was on break last week, and the anime is still on break, I believe, until next week. So maybe I'm just One Piece deprived, but I really enjoyed it. But if you guys enjoy regular anime content, make sure you guys like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you guys never miss a new video. That way, my name is Potential Unleashed, and let's get into the review. The chapter starts off with Sentomaru. He is talking to the different workers or employees that are working on Egghead Island, and he's like, yo, y'all gotta get out of here. They're questioning like, why? And they're like, well, you guys know what happened in the O'Hara incident because they opposed the world government and were learning the secrets that they had hidden. They were wiped out. And so Vegapunk, knowing the O'Hara incident and that he's kind of opposing the government, they thought that Vegapunk is a threat. So they see him that much as a threat that the world government is willing to lose the greatest mind that the world has to offer. So Sentomaru, being his nephew, or well, being his grandchild, he's like, yo, this place would be reduced to ground zero. So I don't know. We know that Kizaru and one of the elders are coming. I don't know if it's just them. I know that G9 or whatever military base that Smoker's on, they're going to Egghead Island as well. So I don't know if it's going to be like on the level of Buster Call, but at the same time, if an admiral is there, that might be enough. So the Straw Hats, they're currently fighting the Seraphim, and there's a lot of stuff going on, so they better hurry up before an admiral comes, or else, well, it's going to be crazy. Not to say that Luffy and Zoro and Sanji and all of them can't handle an admiral, but just like having them, and after being like exhausted fighting the Seraphim, we found out how strong they are in this chapter. It's just not a good look, and you really want to, if you want to fight an admiral, you probably want to be at full strength. So they need to hurry up and get Vegapunk and get up out of there. Now we cut back to Luffy. His group is Luffy, and Lucci and Zoro and Kaku. So they are fighting S-Bear and S-Hawk. So Kid Hawk and Kid Kuma, I don't know. But they're fighting them, and Luffy's in gear 4th, I want to mention. Lucci, he's in his hybrid form, not in his awakening, form, but still. Zoro hasn't used all, like, his 3-sword stuff. Well, he kind of did use Purgatory on the gear last one, but they're not fighting necessarily at full strength, because that's the case. Zoro would, use Advanced Conquerors, they would use their Awakenings, etc. But they're still, like, just to mention, like, Luffy was going toe-to-toe against Kaido Hybrid in his base form. They hasn't showcased any, like, Rio or nothing like that. But the fact that Luffy's in gear 4th going against these people, and they're getting knocked around and they're just getting up like it's nothing. And so everybody's like, well, why the fuck are they getting up too easily? And I want to mention, I mentioned this a while ago, like, yo, Zoro, he seemed like, the Seraphims like 2 chapters or 3 chapters ago, or however many it was. And he didn't mention anything about like their dark skin or white hair and their wings. And I was like, well, he fought King, so like how does Zoro not mention this? And he mentioned in this chapter, he's like, yo, these guys look familiar, like the guy I fought King in Wano. And so one of the Stellas is like, yo, Kaido, he had a Lunaria on his screw, and Zoro said, I don't really know what they're called, but yeah, something like this. And the Seraphims are really freaking durable, and that's why they're mixed with that, the blue blood, with the green blood, all of that. And Zoro said that when King, had his defenses up, he was nearly invincible. Now, these two things that happened here, I already was going to make a Zoro video. It was going to go up tomorrow, but I have something else planned for tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But that, and also, with talking about King, I want to make a video about him, and I also want to make a video about the Seraphims. So, well, I usually have my stuff. You can kind of see it on the board if you want to zoom in. I don't really care, but at the same time, you're just wasting your time. But I didn't write those on there, so these videos are going to be coming out fire high, especially now that I'm done with like a midterm stuff like that. Spring break coming up, a lot of videos coming out. But you know, it's just to mention the Seraphims are strong. They're taking on these people who, you know, they just fought against Kaido and his crew, and so, you know, knowing that. But I also found it funny when after Zoro, he's like, yo, you know, informs them of attack when the flames off, you know, that's when they're less durable. You know, Zoro's like, oh, if I was paying attention, or, you know, if I really thought about it, then you would have known. And then Lucci's like, oh, you know, it's fine, it's cool, as long as we know we can make some progress. And Zoro's like, well, you know, the thing that, you know, clued me in about King was, you know, he had white hair, brown skin, black wings, and flames. And then everybody's yelling at him. They're like, you should have put this together. Because, like, yeah, Zoro's like, Zoro's dumb smart. He can be smart at different things, but he's also very clueless at the same time. And so the fact that he didn't know or realize that they were Lunarians, or that they had some relevance to King, is like, come on, dog. But you kind of sold it there, but it is what it is. And so one of the Stellas, I forget their name. I think it's Shaka. She ends up leaving, or it's a he. He ends up leaving. He's going to go investigate something. And S-Hawk goes in, tries to attack him. Zoro blocks him like, yo, you're not getting away. We cut to the other Straw Hats, and apparently, I mean, Brook's not dead, but Kid Jinbei, right? He ends up knocking Brook out, like taking off his head, and so caught him off guard, caught him lacking. So Nami and Zeus are going in. Zeus uses a thunderbolt attack, and you know, on I keep on wanting to say Jinbei, on Kid Jinbei. And so then he ends up, you know, he has Senior Pink's Devil Fruit, so he goes under, splash. And so Brook, he pops up, he's like, yo, we gotta get out of here, you gotta move. He's gonna attack from below. And as he's going to attack her from below, somebody comes in. It's Sanji. He says fillet strike. Now I want to mention Sanji, he says something a little bit later, but if you look at his eyebrows when he strikes, and when you look at his eyebrows when he makes, when he starts talking, they change. And I think I haven't done a video about all the SBS stuff because it's not out officially. I think I'll do one when it all is out. But there was something that Oda talked about Sanji's eyebrows. He said, watch him as the story goes on, or something along those lines. And so, you know, I just want to mention, you know, Sanji, you know, when his eyebrows change, he turns into, you know, that German exoskeleton, all of that. And so, because of how strong these Lunarians are, Seraphim, there's so many of them. Because of how strong they are, Sanji's going to have to fight this guy, right? If he is at least, he's probably like enhanced, he's probably at least on Jinbei's level. It's really hard to scale where they're at, but I probably put him, because of the durability, because of like the added devil fruits, all of that, Sanji's gonna have his hands full. But I think that this, you know, a lot of people, I've seen a decent amount of people say that Jinbei is stronger than Sanji. I don't know why. Is it because of the bounty or what? But Sanji fought against Queen. Sanji's stronger. So I think this is finally Oda putting to rest that, yo, Sanji, when he defeats Kid Jinbei, that we can no longer say that Jinbei is stronger than Sanji. We cut to Usopp, Franky, and Lilith, their group. So they're going against Kid Hancock. And so Kid Hancock, she is very cute. So anybody that's, you know, when she does cute things, people are going to be like, oh no, oh my goodness. So you got to watch out for that, or then she'll turn them into stone. And so what happens is they use the bubble gun, and it ends up hitting Kid Hancock, and she ends up going, you know, not unconscious, she ends up getting weak, because apparently if you have the green blood, it's the same effect if you have a devil fruit, which makes sense. And so they're going to attack, and she's dodging the bubble bombs or whatever, and Franky hits her with like a little supernova bubble bomb, and you know, Usopp's cheering her on, and she's like, oh, that hurt, or like, I caught my guard, and Franky like lets up, then she kicks him or hits him or something, he turns half to stone, Usopp's freaking out, and then Franky and Usopp gets turned to stone. So either Luffy's gonna have to come in, you know, it's gonna be the gag of her, you know, falling in love with Luffy, all that, because he's not affected, or Jinbei's gonna have to fight her because he has, you know, uses fisherman karate, water, all of that, or somebody, because she's gonna be a problem. End of the chapter. Shaka goes down to where Vegapunk and the CP9, 8, 7, all the CP agents are being held, and Vegapunk's like, yo, this is where you're at. And so all of a sudden, bam, Shaka gets shot in the dome. And so we still don't know who this traitor is. We still don't know who that is. So I'm trying to figure out who took out Shaka. Is he dead? Probably not. It's One Piece. People don't die that often. But, you know, somebody's betraying everybody. So I want to know who this is. No clue. But we didn't see Jinbei in this chapter. So, or Chopper or Robin. So, you know, I wonder. Oh, wait, where was Jinbei at? I forget what group he was in. He was with somebody. I think he was with Usopp's group. No, he was with Sanji's group. Yeah, it was him and Sanji and Stussy. So we ain't see Jinbei, we ain't see Stussy. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know who the traitor is. I'm not even going to try to speculate. I'm not smart enough for that. But interesting chapter. Like, so we got to see the Seraphims in action, and they're super strong, specifically because they have Lunarian DNA on top of, Devil and Strides. They're not struggling, but they're just getting started. So I'm really interested in what's going to happen with them. Really interested with what's going to happen once Kizaru and everybody else pulls up. But let me know how you guys feel about this chapter in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out a new video from my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. So on the screen and the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to unleash your potential.